Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Tuesday, February the 15th, the year's 2022. Let's talk trading. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Um, I've had a few requests that I put out a trading system that people can follow, soup to nuts. Um, Entry, exit, stop, take profit, um, position sizing, you name it. And the thing of it is, we've kind of done that already. At least I have. And Walmall and I think we spent a whole month on the Walmall method. And then somebody said, well, there's still too much discretion. I go, well, the thing is, and I explained it to him, what's a trading plan? What's an entry method? It's kind of like a recipe. You have your ingredients. In this case, price has done this or done that. But the difference is I can give you my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. And if you follow it, the cookies are going to come out pretty much the same as if I had done it. It might be a slight variation, but chances are you're going to be satisfied with the results. Not so much with trading recipes, because there's so much depends on you. I mean, whether or not you manage the money properly, whether or not you hesitate on your entries and exits. Um, and the only way, you'll get the same results as me is if you become me, and that's not going to happen. So you have to do what works for you. It doesn't matter if you're using a horizontal line, a squiggly line, some type of, other trading. If you are going to sit there and click the mouse, then there's going to be variables. As I've said it many times before, the exact same setup could appear. Everything could be exactly the same. One time, price will break in your direction. The next time, it won't. I mean, it's just that simple. Sometimes you're going to get lucky and sometimes you're not. And so, my advice is always work on your trading psychology. Get your mind right. As Cool Hand Luke, the captain, would say, you got to get your mind right because that's the biggest thing. Um, if your mind isn't right, then the rest isn't going to work. And it's kind of debatable. Some people say you got to get the money management right. Well, if your mind isn't right, and you do have a good money management formula, but for some strange reason you fail to execute it, it's not going to work. So, I mean, but those two are super important, and, your method's important too. You want a method that's going to give you opportunity to take money out of the market, so you can exploit what the market's doing. Basically, exploit what other traders are doing. And so, pretty much the difference that makes the difference is what's between your ears and behind your eyes. You fix that, and then the method doesn't matter. You can use the TRO Einstein line, weekly or daily or monthly open crossovers. You can do the buy zone. You can fade the pivot. Uh, you can trade the let's see, when the 20 smooth moving or what 20 moving average, the standard moving average crosses above the 50, or the 50 crosses above the 200. I mean, once again, the method really doesn't matter. I mean, literally, you could be a rat. You could go, no matter what, I'm going to go long at every line, or I'm going to go be a red rat. No matter what, at every line, I'm going to go short. You could even be a Yale student. Rats will beat you, but um, the funny thing is, You really just have to get your mind right, because if any of these things creep in, um, it's just not going to work. I mean, really. And if you fail to do this, um, once again, and actually today I did fail to do that. I was up, I don't know, 5 or 6 pips, and I think I was believing my own press release. Wanted to ride the dots up, the diamonds up. Well, the diamonds decided to ride it down. But anyway, so let's, we'll dive into price some more. But the thing is, you got to get your mind right. And I really can't spell out these methods any more than I already have. Part of that success is just going to be you. You got to practice. The only way to practice is to do it. A dime a pip. Because once you get that right, then it's just a matter of scale. So we've got the monthly open 89 pips. The price is 89 pips above the monthly open. We're 112 off the monthly high and 98 off the monthly low. So month is still green. We've got one gap that hasn't filled here on this particular platform. Weekly open, we're 15 pips below it, 40 off the high and 45 off the low. So almost smack dab in the middle once again. Where it gets interesting, you can see we had the opening range for the week put in yesterday. We broke it to the downside, came screaming back. We broke the opening range for the week or for the month and the year because we opened below it, went above it. Right now, we are 7 pips above the yearly open and moving up. And these are M30 bars. I should probably put the daily back on there so we can see what it looks like for the year. So you can see we're 20 pips below the current yearly midpoint right now. Weekly inside bar that happened 4 weeks ago, in and out of that again, 11 pips below at the 45 level. A lot of inside bar action here, lots of it. Today's range is 81 on the pound. We've got 5 other pairs over 100 at the moment. You can see we crisscrossed that daily open. So we had some nice short there. We crisscrossed the weekly open a few times. Green rats having a nice feast. Red rats, I don't know if the red rats had an opportunity. I don't know if let's see. Did they have an opportunity? The range may have been large enough for the red rats to take advantage. A lot of action around the pivot. Near the pivot, the bias is short. So the first couple of times that really didn't work out too well, but this last time it did here, coming down. You can see we're going back up through the pivot at the moment. And that's one of those methods, fading the pivot that once again, you just have to trade it, learn price action, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, and just pretty much follow that. You can see we took out the daily and we took out the weekly, I believe, yesterday, and we've taken out the monthly. So we still have some missed pivots here down at 34.30. 10 days ago. And then here at 36.91, 21 days ago. So we're pretty much oscillating between those two pivots. In and out of the upper wick zone, actually in and out of the lower, in and out of the upper, in and out of the lower. So some good price action happening there. The lower high, higher low trade here, looking at M5. There was a nice move off of this 3 ball. Time frame. We switch over to the 1 minute chart. Once again, nice move off of that 3 ball here. You can see that first one, you need to take your profit. You got a second chance. You see we put a 3 ball in there. Walmart trade. The other thing the trader was saying was they were putting in a 10 pip stop and a 10 pip TP. Well, that's not what the Walmart method was designed to do. You can see right here we're about 3 pips above the 30 line. This is what the Walmart method was designed to do. To take, grab 2, 3 quick pips, do that, 2 or 3, 4 times. Walmart wanted to, make his 10 pips a day to put the money in the bank and pay the light bill, electric bill, power bill. And you can see here sometimes taking that 40 short would have paid off huge. Taking the 90 long would have paid off huge. And that's pretty much what you have to do. You have to be in it to win it. And sometimes you can win big, sometimes you can win small. You never know. That's why it's called trading. Just real simple moves here. You can see things got compressed. This was an inside bar right here, and then that break of that inside bar low. It's just little things like that, and it's hard to transfer the knowledge. It's not that somebody can't teach or somebody can't learn, but it's a skill. It's like swinging a baseball bat. I can tell you what to do, but you got to get out there and swing the bat for yourself and learn and figure it out. So it's like we can give you all the pieces. We can even give you instructions how to assemble it, but some people, for whatever reason, can't follow the instructions, or they have a mental block that inhibits their progress. There's just so many things. That's why the psychology is so important. Yesterday I shared with you this little chart here. Notice that we had an inside bar here, higher low, lower high. Now price seems to want to go the other way. So it's just, sometimes little visual aids like this can help. We're looking at the gauge of 4 pips above that EMA, the indicator 2. Now it just dropped back down. I know if it gets to 5 or more, you want to usually reverts to the mean. And at the end of the bar, it's usually 2 or less. And once again, looking at price action, you've got an inside bar, you've got a second inside bar here. You've got this candle, which looks like it's going to be a master candle. So you learn all these things, but it just gets down to, if you can, you take your profit, you minimize your loss, and then you do it all over again. That's trading. So, if you have a really specific question, go ahead and ask. But we really can't give you a complete system that's going to guarantee success. If you want success, I'll give you my chocolate chip cookie recipe. Anyway, fellow traders, just remember, you see, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. Rumpled One over.